I think we are currently live. But first, let me change the thumbnail because when you doing a live stream from your phone, the thumbnail is has to be like. But I'm going to change it from my laptop. I think it's really changed. Yep, there you go. So I'm just going to wait until someone is coming into the live stream. So there's a reason why I'm talking about this specific topic, which is in space with Markiplier. Probably a lot of you already know about this thing, but if you don't, let me tell you a little bit more about this thing. So, in space with Markiplier is a project that is Markiplier's that is made by Markiplier, a gaming YouTuber who has like 20 something, 20 million something. Let's see, Markiplier. How much subscribers that he has? Oh, I'm sorry, 32.5 million subscribers. So this is actually uh like his previous project, which is Heist with Markiplier, where it is like a a choice a choice matter um story, but it's not really a choice matter. Like it has multiple endings, like it has a lot of branches. So it's that kind of story. And the reason why I'm talking about it because it just got released like today. And the reason why I'm not talking about WrestleMania Night 2 is because uh, I haven't watched it yet. And yeah, the problem is that the storage in my laptop is not sufficient currently. Like I don't have enough storage to store the. So I have it on my phone, but I haven't put it on my laptop. So what I'm going to do after I finish this live stream, I will be editing the March video part one, and then after I render it, I will delete the source materials, so I will have more storage, and then boom, I will watch WrestleMania Night 2, probably make a highlight of WrestleMania Night 1 and 2 in a single video, and then yeah, um, I will make a video, also a highlight video for NXT Stand and Deliver. But right now, we're just going to talk about Markiplier in space. So it does say Markiplier in the title, but in the story, there is no Markiplier. It's just um, the people in the story, they are named as their role. So for example, Markiplier is played a character who is a head engineer, so his name is head engineer. But other characters actually have names like the ADS master, which is asteroid something system, like the detective system, detection system. Yeah, I think it's called asteroid. What is it? ADS. ADS stands for. I don't know. So ADS is like asteroid detection, like stuff that shoots asteroids that will be coming into the ship. Like the character have name like Gunther, and then the other character have names like Bird, Wug, and then Celsi. Oh, for example, there are several characters that colleagues of Markiplier actually played. For example, Bert is played by Bob, or you probably know uh, his streaming name, which is Moiskern, and then Wug is played by Wade with his streaming name Lord Minion 777, and then the drone is being voiced by Sean McLaughlin or Jacksepticeye, and then there's a moment where a the wormhole talks, and then it was voiced by Ethan Nestor, or who is from Cranky Games, right? Cranky Game, Crank Gameplay. I'm sorry, from Crank Gameplays. That is Ethan's channel. And then we got like some small cameos. For example, there's a character named um, Theory Crew, I think. Yeah, Theory Crew, and it is literally just Matt Pat from the game Theory, but he never made another appearance aside from the first the first scene, I think, like the first video before the branch happens. Yeah, that he made another appearance is just a cameo there. And what surprised me is that the people in this project is not all YouTube creators. There are actual actors in it. For example, the one who plays a character named Lady. If I remember correctly, her name was I can't remember. Sorry, but yeah, I mean you get my point, right? It is a crazy project, and with this much time has been put into it, it is a it's really enjoyable. We can call it a game, like an interactive game where eh, with every different choices that you make, different stuff happens. Right now, it's not as big as the previous one, which is a Heist with Markiplier. That one has a lot more different endings, but right now the current ending there are only two endings. Like every single choices that you make, it will all result into these two endings: the credit ending or the don't save anyone ending. Currently, that's the only true ending that they have. But it's been confirmed that in 2nd of May there will be a part two coming out to his channel. So we just have to wait until that date to get a continuation of the story, because I'm pretty sure this is going to be a bigger project than a high school Markiplier. That is big, and I'm pretty sure this is way bigger than that. So I can't wait to see what Markiplier has in his pocket for this part two of In Space with Markiplier. So yeah, I just realized that talking about it, it's kind of boring instead of talking about WrestleMania Night 2. Well, I'm sorry. Maybe let's talk about this. Oh yeah, let's talk about the project that I want to make. The the Slammy Awards 2021. Yeah. So if you take a look at the questions, or let's just say the categories, we have, let's see here, match of the year, which is Adam Cole versus O'Reilly. I'm not going to say all of them. So we have match of the year, breakout of the year. Breakout of the year is like breakout superstar who like made the biggest moment of their career, like in that year. Like previous years they are like nobodies, and this year they make like a pretty huge. They become a pretty huge superstar. Like for example, Big E previously is just part of the New Day, but in 2021 he become like Intercontinental Champion and also a WWE Champion, something like that. And then Sammy Guevara, who beats Miro for the TNT title. Hangman Adam Page, who becomes the AW World Champion, and also finishing a 3-year in the making rivalry with Kenny Omega, stuff like that. And then male superstar, well, male superstar is pretty explanatory. Yes, who do you think is the best male superstar of the year? Female is the same. Team of the year is the same. Face, heel, gimmick, it's the same. What else? Manager is the same. Debut. So for debut is like which debut did you most favorite, like which you like really like in the year 2021. From the list we have Carmelo Hayes, Hook, Malachi Black, Adam Cole, Grant Danielson, and also CM Punk. Well, this one is pretty one-sided. Yeah, it's pretty one-sided. And then Return of the Year is what is pretty one-sided as well. I've already seen the responses from a lot of people, and I gotta say it is pretty one-sided. I should have not put that name on the return part, but I think from seeing the current responses, I gotta say that probably a lot of you guys are watching WWE and not watching AW, because a lot of people are making choices to the WWE side and not the AW side, which, yeah, uh, I was kind of worried about that because I'm really worried that a lot of the winners is just going to be WWE guys and not a single AEW stuff. Like, I mean, for example, rivalry, I would definitely pick Hangman and Omega rather than the others. But yeah, huh, hold on. But yeah, I would prefer to pick the Hangman versus Omega rivalry rather than the others. But the response says different, and yeah, that's a problem. I'm just really hoping that at least a couple of AEW stuff won one of these categories. So yeah, comedy of the year, it's pretty self-explanatory. Who do you think is the most comedic nominations? There are people, and there are a whole title picture. Betrayal is pretty self-explanatory as well. Like why Adam Cole? Why it's when Adam Cole kicked Kyle O'Reilly from the Undisputed Era. Cedric and Shelton are out. It's when they are got expelled from the Hurt Business, and when Hurt Business is no more, Dakota Kai wants to go from Raquel. It's pretty self-explanatory as well that Raquel wants. I'm sorry, Dakota Kai wants to go around Raquel's waist, which is the NXT Women's Championship. Roman fired the special counsel is also pretty self-explanatory when Roman fired Paul Heyman by giving him the Superman punch. Kevin Owens is mad at Big E. It's a reference to a moment where Kevin Owens turned heel and gave Big E a power bomb to the apron. MJF leaves the inner circle. It's also pretty self-explanatory when he made a new faction in AEW called the Pinnacle with Tully Blanchard, Wardlow, Sean Spears, and the FDR. Worst match is also pretty self-explanatory. Crazy moment. Alright, I think this is need some explanation with a video. So Bunny Destroyer is the moment where the Bad Bunny hits John Morrison with a Canadian Destroyer. That's why I call it Bunny Destroyer. And then let's see. Where was it? Where did it go? Daniel Bryan got concerto. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory as well, where Daniel Bryan got concertoed by Roman Reigns, and that's true, and that is how the way how WWE write Daniel Bryan out of the story and let his contract expires so that he could join AW in like a couple of months after that happened, I think. And then Brute Path to Seth Rollins is pretty self-explanatory as well. Seth Rollins got Brute Path by Edge, and then the next is during General has been slain. This is the moment in NXT Takeover 36 where where Ilya Dragunov finally beaten the unbeatable Walter because he has been champion for almost 400 days. It's not because he defended the title every single time or every single month, but it's because of the pandemic that he didn't got a chance to defend the title for like a couple of months. So the NXT UK program, it's not like NXT, SmackDown, or Raw that's going on for like weekly, but there are moments, especially when the pandemic started to happen, where it got it got postponed for like a long time. That's why um, Walter become like a 400 plus days NXT UK champion. And then we got all all elite is now undisputed. Reference to a moment where Kyle O'Reilly made his AEW debut and made the band complete with Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish. And then the next one is the cowboy shit era has just begun. It's a reference to the moment where Hangman Adam Page finally beat Kenny Omega for the title. So that's why I called it the cowboy shit era has just begun. And then we got entrance of the year. So for entrance of the year, I put Bad Bunny on WrestleMania 37, where he made his entrance on tour truck, which is pretty badass. And then Karrion Kross NXT. Uh, it's literally just all of his entrance in NXT. I don't want to put his Raw entrance because it just looks so bad. His NXT entrance is so cool with all the pose with Goldust on his side and with the theme song Paul and Trey. And then Arcade Bro entrance on Crown Jewel while he was riding a camel. The funny story behind this entrance is that Orton actually wanted to ride on a camel as well, but Vince refused because um, that's not his character. So yeah, so that's why Regal is the only one who's on the camel. And then the next one is Cody Rhodes as a whole. His entrance as a whole in AEW is just fantastic, even though not a lot of people are liking his character, but his entrance is so damn good. And then also Malachi Black in AEW as a whole, his entrance is really cool with the lights go out and then coming back on. He's already in one place already. His theme song is also really good. And also the final one is Hangman and the Dark Order are ready to war. This is when Dark Order and Adam Page fighting the Elite. If if the team of Hangman and the Dark Order wins, they got a shot at the AEW World Championship and also the AEW World Tag Team Championship. But since they lost the match, the Dark Order and Hangman lost their chances for the title. And yeah, but the entrance is so good. Like it gave me goosebumps every single time. I always love watching this entrance, especially there is a part in the stage when the Dark Order make their entrance. That is empty. A lot of people are speculating that that is a spot for Brody Lee. Yeah, rest in peace, man. Yeah, so that's why that entrance really put a place in my heart. Despite all of these cool entrances, I think the Hangman and the Dark Order one is the most emotional one for me, especially with the Fitchnet before the entrance happened. And then funniest moment of the year, Adam Cole got kissed by Johnny Hamdi and Alex Reynolds. This is the moment where earlier in Adam Cole's career in AW, he has this spot with the Young Bucks where they just kiss him on the cheek, like both sides. And then at this moment, when the Bucks going to kiss him, uh, Johnny, Hungy, and Alex Reynolds pull them out of the way, and they got the kiss. Adam Cole instead. It was a pretty funny moment, especially um, if you watch their BTE vlogs from time to time. You understand why this is pretty funny. The next one is the Miz rolling down the ramp in slow mo. So when the Miz got injured, he got put into a wheelchair because he cannot walk. And so he's been accompanying John Morrison in his matches. And if you know, John Morrison entrances has this slow motion part. So when the slow motion happened, he let go of the wheelchair so to do his pose, but that resulted into the Miz rolling down in the ramp in slow motion. It was pretty funny. The next one is Heyman sings Cena's theme song. This has happened in the middle of the rivalry between John Cena and Roman Reigns. And yeah, Heyman singing his theme. It was pretty funny. Just doo 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 doo. And then Robert Stone missed by a mile. I was pretty skeptical of putting this because I cannot remember another funny moments that happened in the year 2021. I started to document I started to document it a lot of the stuff that I want to put in the nomination for the categories in like middle 2021. So there are like the year from the month from January to probably June. I didn't I didn't watch a single WWE show. Like I didn't document it, especially NXT. I watched like Raw to SmackDown and then especially the pay per views, but I don't really documented a lot of stuff that happened. So yeah. And that's wedding. This one is pretty self-explanatory as well. Just the whole segment of the wedding is just pretty funny to me. That a lot of funny moments happen with multiple characters. And yeah. And then Orange Cassidy, Bro Sting. This is funny because I emphasize the word bro, but it's not actually bro. It's just the Orange Cassidy foot thing. And he did that with Sting, and it was the most hilarious thing that happened that night. So, what's the next one? Sorry that it is actually raining right now. Yeah, I think that's all. I think that's all that I can talk about it. So yeah, I think I'm going to change the title into let's talk about my Slimy Awards 2021 video. Yeah, I will change it to that. So thank you so much for stopping by. It's currently raining in my country, especially in my city. So probably the interconnection has gotten really bad right now. But thank you so much for stopping by. I hope I will see you guys again tomorrow for Ramadan Day 4. And hopefully we can talk WrestleMania Night 2 finally, and also probably Raw and NXT if I got the chance. So yeah, peace out.